Hey guys, welcome back to Jiu-Jitsu Uncle. In this episode, I'm going to talk about some of the topics about specificity, training, and intent. And in this case, I just want to show you how I'm using this role to focus more on just risk control and whatever various elements that involve wrist manipulation. And this time, I'm trying to do a wrist lock takedown, which was countered, but that's okay. Again, you'll notice that throughout this role, I'm just going to be hunting wrist. So there are a lot of different reasons why I do so. One is to prevent the person from getting good control over me. Second is inciting type of reaction. As you can see in this case, a leg posting up, which should be an availability for me to enter leg locks. Again, another thing that really matters, especially playing half guard, for example, is preventing that outside arm to be able to get a cross face on you. So I'm using that concept of wrist tracing and wrist control, whether it's two-on-one, one-on-one, leveraging on my personal grip advantage to negate any form of attack, or at least make the other person think twice before proceeding. In this kind of situation, I also set a limitation to myself that if I were going to get a sub, it will have to be a wrist lock or nothing. So I'm not trying to get anything else, and my partner kind of knows that as well. So it also gives him options to be a little bit more aware of what to protect and kind of know that he's a little protected from other type of attack. But having said that, inducing this kind of risk control will also provide me with some feedback of what the reaction tends to be. And I noticed that he tends to move back quite a bit after the wrist is being attacked or being controlled quite a number of times without the ability to post on my body. Um, it's a lot of logic for him to like kind of put himself down to get some control, and that opens up triangle entries in that example. So this time I failed to get the triangle entry because I didn't control the head properly, and he starts to proceed to try to pass from the top. He noticed that the ability to prevent his wrist from being controlled will be a lot greater if he is not facing me. So he makes this hip switch, try to complete the pass going to north south. I was able to counter that by blocking his hips all the way to sitting back up, building up on my elbows, framing, and on the way back I hit an omoplata in this point. A lot of times I try to hit the wrist lock from an omoplata while the elbow is trapped, but I know I'm going to miss this one because of slipperiness. And as he rolls, as you can see, I do not let go of that wrist control that prevents him from scooping my leg and starting his stack pass type of situation. So I still have that control of that wrist in between my legs in this moment while I'm waiting to see what he does with his left hand. You can't really see it from here, but he's trying to just get this balance back. So he's trying to scoop my leg, for example, attempts a route drag, but again, without a proper connection with his wrist, without that option, it makes it really hard to really commit to a move. So again, I'm trying to make him post his head down, and because of that wrist control, I finally was able to grab the head, shoot another shoulder lock, and lock in a triangle at this point. Again, since I don't want to finish this match with a triangle, I want to work on the wrist lock. Eventually, it's just a matter of time till you take the wrist, and that's the end of it. But the whole point is not about the wrist lock, as I always say. Wrist lock is just a matter of control. This is just an example of being intentful in your training to make something out of it, so you get a lot of data. So hope you like this video, and until next time, Jiu Jitsu Uncle out.